Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am wrecked. I am absolutely, I just want to crawl into a ball and go back to bed. But I can't because I still have uni work to do. And I have to film this video. So we're just filming it completely unedited and we're just going to go through the show, the acts, my qualifier predictions, try and wrap this up quickly and get up. Oh my god, I genuinely might need a drink of this before we start because I'm still out of it. That was needed. It's not even like I've got a terrible hangover, I just feel icky. Like, no sore head, no spewing, I just feel off. But what didn't feel off was last night. Last night was fantastic. I enjoyed myself very much. I got very drunk. I had like 9 drinks last night. That's definitely a new record. 9 drinks, and that was before all the songs had finished. Before all the songs had finished, I was on my 9th drink, and I called it quits after 9 because I got to the point where I was genuinely sitting on the sofa during the interval acts, half asleep. It was bad, and I was like, I'm gonna not be able to record my reactions like this. And then somehow I found the energy. But last night's show was really good actually. The whole production, from what we've seen so far, it makes me really excited for tomorrow and for Saturday. I think the UK have embraced this chance beautifully, and yeah, I'm just really excited for tomorrow now. And what I'm not excited for is more drinking, but I'm going to do it anyway, won't I? So yeah, I'm just going to go through the running order. Got it here on my computer. Then I'll go for my qualifiers like I normally do. Very simple, try and keep it short and sweet so I can crawl back into a ball. Started off the show in Norway. Like, I didn't think this was going to open, but it was a fantastic opener. It really got the party going, really got the energy up, and she sounded, from what I remember, incredible, and yeah, a well-deserved qualifier in my eyes. Also, can I just take a side note? I don't know what the fuck happened to cause so much fucking drama on my reaction video. Can we just remember that my drunk reactions are not gospel? Can we please just remember that in the moment, when things happen, you're shocked, you're excited. I was shocked about Sound Country qualifying because it was at the expense of some of my favourites, and we'll get to that. But it's not the end of the world that I was upset. Like, I wasn't even upset, I was just surprised. So can we just remember that? Thank you. As we go on to one of my favourites that missed out, Malta. Genuinely so upset this didn't go through. I couldn't see a world in which it didn't. After that performance, it was just so perfect. And I'm going to go on another little rant about why this is so important to bring the juries back, because countries like Malta never historically do well on the televote, and it is a bit of a shame because you know for a fact a jury would have voted this and it would have boosted Malta up there. I think it will have to be revised next year. I don't think we can continue to do 100% televote, because countries like Malta, Latvia, which we'll get to as well, you know, smaller countries that notoriously don't do well in televote, are going to miss out, and I feel like that pattern's going to continue into Thursday as well. We'll have to see. But I get it was to try and combat voting being like rigged and whatnot, but televote can also be rigged, and we saw that back in 2013, and it's why we've never had the split results for 2013. So I don't know, I just feel a bit, it's such a shame because I think with a jury involved this would have sailed through so easily. And the fact it's missed out, it's upsetting. it really did deserve to qualify over some of the other songs. It really did. And I don't know what else to say. Malta's become my driving force for bringing the juries back next year. Serbia got through, and I was genuinely so worried when it got to the ninth qualifier and we hadn't had Serbia. I was like, nah, don't do this to me, I swear. By this point, I had come to the conclusion Latvia wasn't getting through, and Malta, it was kind of between Malta and Serbia for me, and I was like, whichever one goes through, I'm missing out my favourite. So like, I'm sad times, but it was so good. It was so good. The only thing is, I watched it back when I had started sobering up a little, and I couldn't, in the moment, I was loving it. Great, fantastic. But he was very quiet last night. I didn't notice it because I was singing my head off. But when I watched it back, he was kind of quiet, and had I noticed that at the time, I would have been genuinely concerned for this not going through. But I think this has that Hatari type of appeal where it's a darker song with a meaning, and the staging as well just elevates it so much that I kind of just couldn't see a world in which this didn't go through, and I'm very happy it did. Latvia, this hurts so much. What is Latvia doing wrong? And the question, like, that's not even a question, because they're not. Their streak for non-qualification genuinely makes me so upset, because it's a country that it had a 2-year span of qualifying, and now it's back to not, and it genuinely breaks my heart for them, because they've had some songs which genuinely have deserved to go through, and they just don't seem to get the support. I don't understand it. This would have been a song elevated by the juries, and in a televote only semi, I kind of just rescinded no hope for them, sadly, where it was in the running order. I couldn't see it happening for them, but I just can't. I really hope they don't give up at any point. I really hope. But I don't know. They need to keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully one day it pays off, because we saw that with Anna Mata back in 2015. Eventually it paid off. All the trials and tribulations, it paid off, but that was a switch in national final format for them, and I don't think they need to do that, because they're getting quality. I don't know, it's just such a shame. Anyway, Portugal, apparently very controversial for my reaction. I was just surprised it went through. I was genuinely shocked it went through. I just think, at the time I thought where it was in the running order and the no budget, it had no chance, but genuinely surprised and pleasantly surprised. I'm really happy she got through. Look, it's not my type of song, I'll be the first person to admit that, but when you're giving no budget by your broadcaster and you do what you can to get through, then I applaud you. Then I am secretly rooting for you in a way, because I really want you to do well in spite of your broadcaster not giving you the funds. So, pleasantly surprised. Again, at the time I was just kind of shocked, because I knew it meant some of my favourites missed out, but it wasn't a bad thing. I was genuinely happy. So, yeah. Next, Ireland. I don't want to dwell on this because, well, due for being... They're being like UK acts used to be in the past, and like blaming... What more could we have done? The song was shit. Get a better song. Maybe you would have gone through. Couldn't sing your song. The song was bad. Ireland... I don't know what else you can do. Genuinely, you've qualified once since 2013, I think, once. And you do need to take it. I'm going to say this, and I beg we continue on this path. You need to take either a page out the UK's book and get a music label involved ditch the Late Late Show, or it's not going to be like we're at a loss for you for a couple of years. Withdraw for a couple of years, rethink your strategy, get a new head of delegation, fix your delegation out, and then come back. Because look, last year should have qualified, but it's like they've went back to generic terrible because they didn't qualify last year, and it was like, well, we need to go back to what we were doing before. No, you didn't need to go back to what you were doing before, because that didn't work either. So you need to rethink your whole strategy. Genuinely need to rethink your whole strategy. I don't get it, because they do so well in junior, like the songs they send to junior are so quality, and then with normal it's just, we get this. I don't understand it, but I'm not going to dwell on it because they're acting like children, so sorry. Next up is Croatia. I mean, I definitely predicted this to qualify. Am I happy it qualified? Nope. But an 100% televote semi, am I surprised? Nope. I'm still traumatized from them going down to their underwear, but what can I say? It was wacky, wild, weird, fun, and it's what the public wanted, so I can't say anything else. I knew this was going to go through. What I didn't think was going through, Switzerland. Oh my god. We all thought taking away the juries would kill Switzerland. Switzerland had their second form, had their final form in the form of televote support. I was genuinely, I was like, it's gone. It's gone because it was between Croatia and Israel, and I was like, nah. I've resounded it. It's gone. Bye bye. Roxanne 2.0 for me, but got through, and I just think for people saying that the staging's too much, I thought it was perfect. I'm genuinely getting fully emotional thinking about it again, because I was so emotional last night to this song. But the contemporary dance, it all just fits. The staging is perfect. Sasha Jean-Baptiste knows what she's doing, and she's staged. It's just amazing. For me to see one of my favourites get through when I was utterly convinced it was dead in the water, just makes me so happy. So yes, I'm so happy. It's first half on Saturday, so it's dead in the water completely, but it'll have jury support, and that makes me happy, at least to know it will garner some form of points from the juries. So yeah. Israel, yeah. Am I surprised? No, because this was complete televote appeal. Can she sing this song? Debatable, but is she doing too much sometimes? Also debatable, but this was a very obvious qualifier. I didn't see a world in which this didn't qualify under 100% televote. What I did see, genuinely what I was concerned about qualifying, was Moldova. I went up and down on this so much, because I was like, is it going to go for it? I can't tell. I wanted it through so badly. I was like, we need this type of song in the final. But I was like, is it so dead in the water being in between Israel and Sweden? It was kind of like a Switzerland moment for me. I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna lose it. How do we? And we didn't. It went off in the arena for this song. I could feel the energy of the crowd, and I'm just so thankful that the crowd gave it the energy to kind of help push it on, and we get to see Moldova in the final. Just fantastic. I love it. It makes me so happy. Sweden next for sure. I mean, winner vibes, really. I was worried about this. We all saw it in my reaction to the rehearsal, but yeah, it's gonna be a hard one to beat. But it's in the first half, and there's so many favourites in that first half now that we're really gonna test the whole, if a song's gonna win, it's gonna win from any position, because that first half is stacked with favourites, and it's such a mess to try and figure out, because a lot of it is kind of like big-ish staging. Like Sweden's gonna have to be apart from France and Spain. you're going to have to put kind of Finland near one of those favourites. That first half is going to be all over the place, and it's going to be fun to watch the meltdown on Saturday morning when the running order is announced, because it's going to be chaos, isn't it? But you expect Sweden to get a good running order position. It'll need to be before a break, so you're thinking about 8th or 9th. But then you would think France needs a break, at least of some form, or a delayed break, because she's up on a high-ass podium, and you need to make sure that's secured. So I just like that first half's going to be fun, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, Azerbaijan, this was just so cute. It was so dead in the water for me, but I hope Azerbaijan send more like this, because I liked it. It was nice, like, it was just something different from Azerbaijan, and I really hope they keep doing this. Maybe maybe not in English, just take the risk, because as we've seen, apart from like the little tiny line in Latvian, all the songs which are in a different language qualified. So I'm just wondering, maybe send something in Azeri. Is it Azeri? I think it might be. I think that's how you say the language. Just go for it, because in a televote only semi, for all the songs to qualify that were in a different language, that's really exciting. That makes my heart very warm, because we all know I love when a country sends a national language to the contest. So I hope they keep at it. Don't go back to the Sweden rejects, please, because it will put you on a good path for being slightly more authentic. Next up, Czech Republic. I'm so happy. This was so deserved after everything that they've had to go through this Eurovision season, from the pre-parties to the rehearsals. God, do they deserve this more than anyone, and I cannot wait to see this is it the second half for them? I think it might be. I'm so excited. It looked so good. It kind of still felt a touch flat, but as long as I got through, I was not really worried about that. So yeah, the Netherlands, I don't know what went wrong for this, because I was so sure of it qualifying during the show that I wrote it twice. I couldn't physically read when I'm writing, and I wrote it twice. I'm drunk Chloe, am I right? But I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that they looked like two strangers that you pulled off a street. I don't know. Maybe it was the changing the key so it sounded less kind of... What Burning Daylight has in the studio cut is that just classic, like that classic feel about it. And I don't know if picking up a key, or changing the key, sorry, I don't know if it's up or down a key, I've still not figured that out, has kind of ruined it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it was doomed from the start when they couldn't sing the song. So, and then Finland closed the show. Fantastic closer. Oh my god, the energy this gave. I mean, it's for sure qualifier. I never saw anything different. And yeah, that's the axe. That's the axe. Oh my god. Now let's get into my qualifiers. We always do this every year. I do it before the show and during the show prediction. And before the show and during the show what I want. So before the show, I was actually less successful. Drunk me made some success up. I predicted 8 out of the 10 qualifiers. Before the show, Malta and the Netherlands instead of Portugal, and who's the one I'm missing? I can't tell off the top of my head. Oh my god. Switzerland. Yes, there is. My wanted qualifiers, there was a 7 out of 10. The Netherlands, Latvia, Malta being in instead of Portugal, Croatia, and someone else. Portugal What's the other one? I actually cannot tell. Oh my god, Israel, there it is. During the show, I actually got 9 out of 10 because despite writing the Netherlands twice, I wrote Croatia as my 10th, crossed it out and wrote the Netherlands again. So I took my Croatia answer as gospel because I'm an idiot. I don't understand. I can't actually read my writing. Yeah, it was Portugal instead. No, it was Malta, I think, that I wrote. It's so bad. I'm sorry, it's just terribly written. Like, can you make it what I wrote here? No, I can't. I think it's Malta instead of Portugal. Yeah. We'll go with that. And then we got 8 out of 10 for the wanted. Latvia and again Malta being my 2 main ones apart from instead of Portugal, and Croatia. So that was the show. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow now. I've got some uni work to go and finish so I can actually enjoy tomorrow fully, because knowing the fact I had to wake up today with a hangover and do some uni work has given me the fear. But we move. I've got 600 words left to write, some references to do, and then I'm free and I can do that all tonight, and then I can watch the Champions League game. I also remember checking up during the show on the City Madrid game because that was still in the back of my mind. They drew. So next week that's all to play for and I'm excited for that. If you want the bit of football content, I'm going to go finish drinking my Oasis summer fruits. I might order like a little tiny Asda shop of some form and get some like orange juice in because I'm so gone. But I enjoyed that. It was very enjoyable. And again, please don't take my drunk reactions as gospel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.